morning, good afternoon, good day. How are you, my friends? It's so good to see you. My hair's caught. I'm Charleene. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here with us today. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Friday, Friday. I love the energy of Friday. It always reminds me of the Norse goddess Freya, which is actually the name is connected to, but I think of her on Fridays, that kind of, well, I won't say debauchery, but that sort of energy that, that kind of moves us into a place of celebration. We'll go with celebration. I like that lightness. I like that vibe. It feels really good. So how are you? Tell me how you're doing. Drop in the chat if it's available to you. Drop in the chat your name, where you're joining us from today. I always like to be able to connect with you. You know, if this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about what to expect, which is don't expect anything. You just expect the unexpected. And that's because these bowls that are sitting in front of you, there's 13 chromatically tuned crystal singing bowls. So chromatically tuned just means it's basically all the black and white keys on a piano in one octave, from the bottom note to the top. One octave. Think of it from middle C. So these bowls, because they're made out of more than 99% quartz crystal, as you know, is so conductive of electricity that these bowls will vibrate and buzz based on what's going on, the energy that's going on around them. And we know from an esoteric standpoint that we all give off vibes, right? Like you walk into a room and, ooh, this has got a good vibe. I'm going to stay. It has a Friday vibe. Other times you walk in, you're like, yeah. And it's all based on a feeling that we get. Well, how do we get that feeling? Well, your body is constantly giving and receiving energy, and we're receptors to this energy. It's how we understand, it's how we move, it's how we connect with the rest of the world. So the bowls pick up on the energy that you're giving off, and that's being reflected in the sky as well too, because what's happening around us, whether we're aware of it or not, directly impacts us because we're all connected because of the energy flow. So that's why I always say expect the unexpected, because you're always different every day. The sky is always different every day, and kind of what we're working on, what we're focusing on is always unique. So it's a good time. Hi, good morning, City. It's good to see you. City joins us from Philadelphia. Rich rising to you too, sister. Very, very nice to see you. How's everybody else doing? We have a quiet group today, which is so funny because today the moon is in Gemini. And when the moon transits through Gemini, which will last just for a couple of days, Gemini, if you know any Geminis, they tend to be very chatty because the nature of Gemini is that of intelligence, of thinking, of quick wit. It's probably a lot of your Gemini friends that you know, at least those who really step into an aspect of that expression. Because remember too, we're not just our sun sign, we're also a combination of we're influenced by our moon sign significantly. It's how we feel inside. The sun sign is kind of what we reflect to the world, but then the ascendant is how we move in the world. So there's a lot that contributes to how we actually show up every day. So good morning, Laura. Good to see you. It's your first time joining. Well, I'm so glad you're here. You are recovering and looking forward to this to support you. Absolutely. Well, that's exactly what this is all about. So because the bowls generate vibration, we are able, you and I, City, Marianne, everybody else who's here joining us as well, we're able to connect with that energy and do with it as to what's to our highest good. So your experience, Laura, may be a little different than City's. It may be the exact very, very similar to what Marianne experiences. So this is for you. Take with it as you need. Take the healing that you need. We'll guide you through some different healing opportunities as well. Look, we're all on a path of recovery in some way, right? As we return to the memory of our wholeness. So we gotcha. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for reaching out. Hi, Marianne. What's Rich Rising? Rich Rising. So our beloved City, who is one of our regular here's, to me, it's one of my favorite ways to greet somebody. And City introduced me to it. City introduced us to it. She says, Rich Rising. It's just another way of saying good morning. Way to get out of bed. That's how I would say it, which is not nearly as poetic and beautiful as how City said it, Rich Rising. So that's what Rich Rising is. It just means, hey, I see you. Good day. So I love that. Laura, is it better to use headphones? That's a great question. If you have headphones, I would recommend it, and here's why. So a lot of the times we'll stay with pretty open resonant spaces, so you'll have more space between the bowls, which means the sound waves have time like this to overlap. Just like a beautiful, gently moving body of water, or the ocean as it's peaceful, so you can float in it. But sometimes the bowls ask us to get a little jiggy with it. And when we do that, when we bring a closer interval together, so two bowls that are situated together like these two, or these two, you can hear that clash, right? It's because independently, they're a half step apart, so the bowls hit, those sound waves hit each other a lot more rapidly. This is effective in an energy work perspective because what it does is that it kind of it dusts off energy. It gives the energy that's needed to shift so that we can release. Think about it as if you've got mud on your boots, you know, whack the mud off, and then you can gently wash the boots clean a little more easily and more effectively. It's the same type of thing with the vibration. So when you have headphones, you actually can begin to get some of the binaural beating that will frequently happen with the bowls. The other thing too is that depending upon the headphones that you use, and that's one thing we sometimes talk about, is there are certain headphones that you can use that will actually begin to give you a much broader range of frequencies. So there are frequencies that we can hear. We usually hear down to about 20 hertz. And not all headphones or earbuds or anything like that will actually pick up that load. That's not what they're designed to do. But certain quality studio headphones, headphones that are designed to have a broader range of spectrum, they actually will reach down not only into these low frequencies that they can hear, but into frequencies that we can't hear, but we feel. It's in those low frequencies, they're called ELFs, extremely low frequencies, ELF. These ELFs actually will stimulate, if we have headphones on, they'll stimulate this little skin flap here in our ears, the tragus. And when you stimulate the tragus then will gently begin to send those vibrations into the very center part of your brain, where your 10th cranial nerve, your vagus nerve, sits. The vagus nerve, it's the longest nerve in the body, and it's the most fascinating. They call it the wandering nerve because it wanders throughout your entire system, touching almost all of your major organs, almost all of your major body systems. So when we can touch these systems, we activate them. When you activate a system, there's an opportunity, especially from the vagus nerve, the system begins to return to homeostasis. That also means we start to heal. So yeah, headphones, they're the way to go. If you want more specific information about headphones, let me know. We can talk about that later too. Happy to do that. So yeah. City, it's the greeting you use to start the day instead of good morning. Yep, I love that. Mary, good morning. Good to see you from Cape Cod. How are you? Bet you're enjoying a gorgeous autumn day. We've got a cold front that's about to come through here in Florida today and tomorrow. I'm so excited. It's the little things in life. Laura, you're most welcome. Oh, I'm glad you like the setup. And my precious husband, Jeremy, here too. He's the one who actually makes all of this happen. Producer of sorts back there. Not of sorts, truly producer. I'm very, very blessed to have him. Hello, Dorothy. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you, actually. Good afternoon. Dorothy joins us from Scotland. You know I'm going to ask it. You know I'm going to ask Dorothy. Dorothy also is a wonderful baker, and we have threatened many a time to fly to Scotland to eat some of her cakes. Good morning, Trevor. Good to see you. How's everything in Nashville? We're actually headed up your way next weekend. I hope you're having a great day, sir. City, yeah, elves. Extremely low frequencies. Those are part of the things, too, that in what I've just gently touched on, the scientific studies that we're doing with the music. We're actually studying the elves and the effects of the body. The elves have The elves are more directly connected to the vagus nerve stimulation, but there's other lower end frequencies as well, that you and I might just call bass, that actually will, when created and generated in certain ways by certain instruments at certain volume or decibel levels, they'll actually begin to do everything from regenerate red blood cells to stimulate and enliven white blood cells. That's the next study that we're participating in, so I'm really excited about that. So it's a wide world of healing, and science is finally catching up to what musicians and quantum physicists have said. One of my favorite quotes ever, and if you read our feature in the app Uptime, where we talked about aligned and the healing frequency of sound, if you haven't seen it, download the Uptime app, search for Charleene Clossy. It's a cool article. Actually talk about the quote that's given by Albert Einstein. He said, "The future of medicine will be the medicine of frequency." Boom. And that's what we're doing. Not just us, but I mean, that's medicine is finally catching up with that. You see it in how they destroy kidney stones. I don't know why we're talking about this, guys. I'm sorry. I should be telling you what's happening in the sky. So, Mary, you had heavy rain and winds this morning. It's a good day for autumn. I like that. Dorothy, baked apple pie. You baked apple today? Oh my gosh. Apple cake. Good morning, Liz. Nice to see you. Liz from Toronto? Yes, I can tell by your emojis. They bring me much joy. As always, you're feeling happy and grateful for being back. Oh, we're so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your beautiful energy. Speaking of, so English. The bowl's got me like. So as I was mentioning earlier today that the moon is in Gemini, so it's a very chatty moon. Well, I just totally showed you that. Yes, it's a very chatty moon. Okay, stay on focus, Charlene. And you'll find your mind wandering, and you'll find your mind deep diving, wanting to talk about topics and things that are interesting to you, learn about new things. That's what's happening right now, thanks to the moon, where she is positioning in relation to us here on Earth. We have that very inquisitive, curious, wanting to connect kind of energy. Which is perfect time because this weekend the moon will be transiting through Cancer. Cancer takes us more into that home space. You want to go into more of a nurturing kind of atmosphere and environment, self-love, love for others. Your home, truly your home around you, both your physical home as well as your metaphorical home of sorts too. So it's a perfect segue. We get really chatty and curious, and then we go into our holes, right, to think about these things. But what also is happening is that Venus is trining Saturn. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, abundance, luxury, the manifestation of experiencing the beauty of life. And beauty is defined not just by a visual aesthetic or an emotional connection. Beauty is anything that to us has an innate value of sorts. We find beauty in that. Yeah. So whenever Venus, I love this planet. She has a very long day, but a short year. So it's like living in this moment, just wanting this moment to last forever, and then turn it off and then do it again. I love that analogy of how we connect to the experiences that bring us a richness of the soul in our life. So when she's dancing, and that's all that a trine means, it's this beautiful dance. It's like a very sensual tango where the best of each partner comes out. When Venus trines with Saturn, he's the wise old sage in our sky. He's the one who connects to wisdom, cycles, karma. Showing up to release where we can get unstuck, remove ourselves from this cycle that often we don't even know that we're in. He has these 7 beautiful rings around them. I love that, just that visual of the connection to these cycles. How we can use wisdom, foundation, experience, understanding to better understand ourselves and the world so that we can see, oh, yes, I can ground into this truth, this thing that works. This is just how it works here in the world. But I can let go of that. I don't have to be caught in that cycle, that rat race of sorts. But when Saturn shows up, a lot of times it's not always a gentle showing up, right? He shows up in a very powerful and present way. He wants you to say, I need to get myself together. I need to get my life together. So you have to be aware and thankful when he does. Om Sham Shanischaraya Namaha. That's a mantra that directly connects to this wisdom of Saturn. So when we have this beautiful dance of Venus and Saturn, it's an opportunity for us, using the curiosity that we're experiencing right now of our moon, to explore the patterns in our lives that work and the ones that don't, to release old relationships that maybe no longer serve, bringing in space for new that do, so that we can continue to have a richness of experience of life, experiencing beauty, finding value, and living from a place of abundance. This is the balance. We never fall, we needn't fall into excess. We can live purely, exactly as we need in every moment, knowing that everything is provided for and taken care of when we are aligned with that flow. But we got to get aligned. So let's do that now. So taking a deep breath in, hold that breath in your lungs, just kind of feel it fill your body. Then let it out, just an audible sigh. Always feels good. Take an audible deep breath in through your nose, hold and hold and hold. And then when you're ready, just release it out through your lips, make some movement. Start to waken up your face a little bit. Take another deep breath in and hold. Let's hold this for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through your nose. Gentle. One more time. Inhale through your nose and hold for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. From your nose, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep with that pattern. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. This is a good way to begin to deliberately and consciously slow your breath, allowing your body to come back into your perfect alignment. For you see, we flow, we rebalance, we can reconnect and remember our wholeness when we're aligned. So let's just give us this time to tune in here. With that breathing. Good. Find your own pattern. Where do keeping a disparity between the inhale and the exhale. We usually want to inhale a little shorter than we do an exhale. Find your pattern that works for you. Maybe much longer. It could be inhale for 7, exhale for 13. It could be inhale for 3, exhale for 5. There's no right or wrong. Begin just to notice your pattern. Practice, I invite you now to begin to ground yourself. If you don't, you may want to consider thinking or imagining or feeling a golden cord of light that begins, it originates at the base of your spine, your first chakra, the Muladara Chakra, right at the bottom of your tailbone, and drops all the way down through the floor, through the earth, into the very core of the planet. And when it gets, in your mind's eye you see this, when it gets to the very center part of the earth, it begins to wrap itself around. Find a large boulder, in your mind's eye of course, you could find something almost that it wraps around like a rope. It gets tied off. You don't have to worry about the specifics or the geology involved. See the visual of being deeply rooted and connected, hooked, grounded in. Anything that you're ready to let go of, you can see it just gently descends down that grounding cord, returning into the earth, letting your mother do with it as she may. may find it more comfortable to have an awareness of sensations in your body. It could be an actual physical sensation. It could be an energy flow or lack thereof. Some of you actually may find it more comfortable to witness yourself gently step out of your body, turn around and look at you. Turn around and back, and actually in your mind's eye you can see. You see yourself as plain as day as you are right now in this moment. How your hair is styled, which color shirt you have on. However you see yourself. You see, when we do this, sometimes it'll take a charge off of the energy, the emotions, the things that are stored or stuck in our physical body. So find what's right for you in this moment. And just begin to witness your space. Notice areas in your space where there's a heaviness of energy. This could be a dark color, a color you can't see through. It's opaque. Look for places where there might be a physical pain, a pain in the shoulder, a pain in the neck. Yeah. Low back, maybe your knee or your ankle. Witness these locations. Witness these sensations. Witness any emotion that comes up. Witness without getting lost in them. You see, you are not your emotion. You're not your pain. The emotion, the pain, the sensation is here to serve as a friend, a guide of sorts, a connection to something you are trying to tell yourself. Listen, see, feel. What are you trying to tell yourself? Good. Now, begin to allow whatever that stuck energy is. Sensation, feeling, emotion, color. Just let it go. Ground it out of your space. Ground it all the way down that grounding cord into the center of the earth. Let it descend out. Watch it go. You needn't attach any understanding. You don't need to know why. You truly don't even need to know what. Just release it. there's any last minute things you'd like to release. Just continue to allow that release to happen. But because nature abhors a vacuum, let's begin to bring in that which does serve. I'd like to direct your attention now towards the place of your heart. Place one or two hands over your heart, whatever feels good, and just begin to feel this space. There's an elegance to your heart space. Of course there is. This is your connection point between above and below. It's a point of acceptance. It's a point of peace, harmony, laughter, and love. It's the point that we experience as love. Now, sitting in this resonance, I invite you to begin to know. You may know by a feeling, a gut response, a fleeting thought. I'd like for you to know, to connect with an energy, an expression of life that to you connects with beauty. You could see it as a color green sitting in front of you. You could see it as a scene in your mind's eye of an interaction between you and another person. You could experience it as a feeling, a warm, cozy, inviting feeling. However you experience this beauty, just begin to get lost in that sensation, in that picture, in that color. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? Can you hear what's going on, either in that color, that picture, that vibration? Make it as real to your body as possible, using your senses, all 5 of them. Manifesting a creative expression, writing a song, painting a picture, dancing with uninhibited joy and delight to your favorite song in your living room on a Friday night. You could be seeing colors flying at you, almost like rainbows of possibility. When you really get in touch with what that is, I invite you now to take that experience and ask yourself, if this experience is a color, what color would it be? If you were seeing it in a color, you're already there. If you're not, what color do you see that experience as being? This is experience of beauty. Perhaps it's a salmon. Perhaps it's a beautiful violet color. Perhaps it's a turquoise. The color of the Aegean Sea. Perhaps it's a bright yellow. Perhaps it's red, fiery, festive, present. Find your color. And then begin to invite that color to flow in from the top of your head, touching every part of your body as it descends all the way down to your feet, turning around and coming back up, washing down your space, up your space, finding your own rhythm, letting this flow fill every place that is ready to receive the energy of this color. For you, this could be a physical healing. You see, beauty is one of those experiences that assists us in returning to wholeness. Swim in this color. There's a few of you who are ready to bring in another color as well. Go for it. Using this same flow, this technique. This is just a tool. Bringing in the color from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet, turning it and washing it back up, just like the waves on the shore. When you bring in a color, make sure the color is translucent. You can see through it. You see, that helps you know that is the color that connects with your energy field. It's not someone else's energy. Someone else's energy to you will look opaque. You can't see through it. You can make your color as bold or as soft as is right for you. Just make sure you can see through it always. Good. This is your own information, the information you need to connect with what you are perceiving deeply in this moment as beauty. Now think, imagine, or feel a color in front of you that connects to what you perceive as value. Value, worth. It could be your own self-worth. It could be the value of another. It could be the value of a concept, a construct in the world. Love, beauty, peace, expression, artistry. Anything that's right for you. Healing. What brings you, your heart in this moment? Value. Value grounds us into connected peace. We see worth in something else. When we see worth in something else, we remember the worth of ourselves. So think, imagine, or feel the color for you of value. Perhaps it's a beautiful, brilliant navy that you can see through. Perhaps it's an emerald green, a hunter green, an orange, an autumn yellow, What is it for you? Majestic purple? Raspberry? Copper? Find your color or colors and begin to bring them in from the top of your head, washing over your body to the soles of your feet, then turning around and bringing them back up. Fully immersing yourself in this healing vibration, this vibration of value. I invite you now to begin just to let go of those colors that you were bringing in for beauty, for value. Move your body just a little bit. In fact, if you're sitting in a chair, actually just go ahead and gently bend forward, almost like you're dumping out of your head. Just give yourself a time to kind of move your body around. We're not done yet. And then sit back up in your time, in your place. We need to bring these energies into the fullness of our physical body. Sometimes it takes our body a little bit of time to catch up. It's because it's more dense. That's fine. It's just the nature. It's the nature of life. Now I'd like for you to think, imagine, or feel a beautiful golden light, a golden color. Better yet, a gold sun sitting directly in front of you. There's an energizing, neutralizing, soothing effect that you recognize in this golden sun. Now begin to direct that golden sun over the crown of your head. It's just floating over the top of your head. Now begin to allow the rays of that sun to gently caress your entire system, flowing, coursing through your veins, coursing through your energy centers, your energy lines. From the top of the head to the soles of the feet, showering yourself in this unending golden light. Now when and if you're ready, You can choose to leave the golden sun above you and just continue to be showered by the rays. Or you can invite the golden sun in, washing it all the way down throughout your entire space, moving anywhere that feels still a little bit heavy or stuck, something that might have just now come up, something that you've been working with. Doesn't matter. There might be nothing. Bring this gold sun in. Neutralize. Activate. Rebalance. Good. Taking a deep breath in, hold, 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 release. Good. You can keep that gold sun flowing, or if you're ready, you can just let it disappear, dissipate away. The value of the gold sun is the return to a neutral state, bringing in our own information, strengthening our own inner connection. Giving our bodies just a moment to catch up. Good. Good. Now bringing your attention, let's bring it to your first chakra. Good. Yeah. The first chakra is at the base of your spine, your sacrum. A chakra just means, loosely, a wheel of energy. So think, we say that we have 7 main chakras. We have more than 7 chakras. We actually have 114, 112 of which we can activate, 2 of which sit outside of the body, you don't really touch. 108 are under our true connection, of which we can control. The last 4 of those, making it to 112, won't activate till we get the first 108. Few people do this in a lifetime. Spare not. So we break down our 21 main chakra points into 7. It makes it more accessible. So we think of these 7 energy centers throughout our body, touching all of the 108/12/14 balls, energy, centers of light. Light is vibration. Remember your vibration, right? You are light. So taking your attention into that first chakra, this collection of energy centers colliding here in the base of our spine, rooting into the earth. Think, imagine, or feel a beautiful ruby red color, and begin to invite that red into that area, the sacral area. This is your Muladara Chakra. The sound that activates the Muladara Chakra is Lam. 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 Beautiful. Shifting your attention upwards towards the area of your navel, your sweet little belly button, the place that you connected with your mother. Your second chakra, the Svadhisthana chakra, is a source of creation, life, creativity of sorts. It's your sexual center, how we express in the physical world. Bring in now a beautiful orange, your orange color. Find your orange, bringing it in here to this area of the belly. that soft side that we often don't like to expose. Finding comfort and safety and support, nourishment in this place of merging. The sound that activates the Svadhisthana is Vam. 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 Moving your attention up now to your third chakra, the Manipura. Here, in your solar plexus, it's a place of strength, fire, passion, destiny, walking your path in life. Bring in now a beautiful yellow color. Find your yellow. It could be a golden citrine color. It could be an autumn yellow leaf. Could be a yellow daffodil color. Invite that color in now to the solar plexus area. The sound that activates the Manipura is Ram. 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 Moving your attention up now into the place of your heart, your fourth chakra, Anahata. Anahata means the unstruck sound. Bringing in a beautiful golden green, apparently. Normally we just bring in green, but today it wants a little gold. Give it a little sparkle, a little shine. Find your green. Pick your green, add some gold. Bringing it into the heart space. Of course we're bringing in gold. We're bringing in our own information. We're bringing in balance, neutrality into this point of integration. Find your golden green. Oh, those are pretty greens you're bringing. The Anahata, it connects us below and above. The sound that activates your fourth chakra is Yum. 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 Bringing your attention now to your fifth chakra, the area of your throat. Welcoming in a beautiful sky blue. Clear, crystal clear, topaz. Good. Your fifth chakra, the Veshuda chakra, connects to expression. Offering an aspect of creativity. It's balanced by many of the Venusian aspects, creativity, affluence, abundance. It's also underpinned by discernment. Feel all those words in this blue that you bring in. The sound that activates the Veshuda chakra is hum. 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 Lifting your attention now into the center of your head, your third eye, the space between your eyes, in the middle of your brain. This is your Ajna Chakra. Bringing in an indigo, like the color of a quiet night sky, the color of space. It's a good one. Good. This is our seat of intuition. The sound that activates the Ajna Chakra is Sham. 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 Ascending now into the crown, the seventh chakra, the top of your head. Seat of the 1,000-petal lotus, your Sahasrara Chakra. This is our seat of consciousness, connection. Bringing in the most magnificent violet, soft, radiant, enrapturous violet. This is a seed of infinity, connectivity, holiness, a reverence, the connection of all. The sound that activates the seventh is Aum. 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 The seventh takes us to a point of stillness, silence. Stretch and shift your body. Come back into your body more fully. Make your time here, your work, our work today together more real. We have to bring it into our physical space. So you may want to rub your little arms, your little back, give yourself a hug. Or as I like to say, wiggle your fingers and your nose and your toes. Oh my goodness. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, friends? Tell me how you're feeling. I'd love to know. I'm going to go through the comments here in a second. The bowls today were, they had a really interesting connection to the idea, the idea of beauty, of course. They really connected to this Venusian idea, and the Venusian idea of like a enrapturing resonance that would just kind of come out of the bowls, and sometimes I had to kind of back them up a little bit, but they would really speak in ways that just allowed the sounds to kind of be really beautiful and ask for others to move around with too. But they wouldn't just stay pretty and beautiful and floaty and dreamy. Like we get that a lot, especially when we're doing full moon or new moon sessions where the moon makes this very, very dreamy kind of just washy sort of vibe. The bowls today, when we're like, oh no, this is beautiful, and then let's bring this here. It was more of kind of like this interpretive dance. as opposed to this ocean or sea that we just float in. And we get that a lot with the moon, but today this Venus was just like, let's dance. And she did. And how she danced too, I thought was really interesting, because she would move very gracefully between major and minor, so happy or sad sounding keys. Even modal, we would kind of start to bring in some different expressions of how whatever key, for my musician friends, whatever moment, for my non-musician speak friends, whatever moment or sound that we were kind of sitting in, the space we were sitting in, she'd kind of just move through that. It was very modal, which that just means she was integrating a lot of different keys, a lot of different relationships into one. Isn't that what beauty really is? It's the integration of things into one. But then sometimes she would also sit in just a very singular place of purity, which is also what beauty is. So I thought that was really kind of cool. And Saturn, of course, kind of shows up and just kind of nudges. Oh, let's go over here. You need to bring out these vibrations a little bit more when the bowls would kind of speak in certain ways. Saturn definitely showed up and had a presence, but it was a very welcoming, like he did not crack his whip today. He instead was like, let's go this way. Just kind of like a gentle nudge, someone kind of nudging you on the small of your back or something. So I thought that was cool. Let's see how you're feeling. Hi, Tea Lady Nat. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hi, Sirkin from Istanbul, not Constantinople. I don't know why I always sing that. It's a song that makes me very happy. So, Helen, thank you so much for this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Helen. You said you really needed this morning. Good. I'm glad we could serve. That's what it's all about. Thank you for sharing that as well. I pray that you got exactly what you needed and even a little bit more. And I pray that integration will continue to happen. I will suggest that we're very gentle with ourselves today. Sometimes these points of integration take our body a little bit longer to catch up, and that's okay. That's okay. That's why we're gentle with ourselves. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's good to see you, Helen. Thank you for being here. Sandy, fantastic. Woohoo! Yes! Hi, Sandy. I hope you're doing well. Maria, hi, Maria. Really beautiful. Okay, sorry, that's wonderful. Thank you for your comment. I'm sorry, I can't decipher what you said. It's probably something very profound, and I just have no knowledge of it. But thank you so much for sharing, Maria. I'm glad that was good for you. Thank you for being here and contributing that with your beautiful presence. Helen, you really needed to release sadness, and this helped you. Great, good, yeah. There's not a lot of room for sadness and beauty. That's great. Thank you for sharing that, Helen. And I know you'll continue to release that layers on layers on layers. Good for you. Thank you for sharing. Carol, you feel inspired. Oh, that's so great. Thanks for being here, Carol. And I'm glad you found inspiration. Isn't that amazing how a single session will hit everybody so differently, so uniquely? It's just returning us to whatever point of wholeness we need in that moment. Sometimes we need inspiration. Sometimes we need release from sorrow or grief. Sometimes we need a little bit of happiness. Sometimes we need peace. Sometimes we need relaxation. Sometimes we need healing. It's all good, right? So Dorothy said, you were so tired today. You slept through it all. Good for you. Reset. Helps you realign. I love it. Thanks for sharing that, Dorothy. Glad you found some good release in that. Good relief, too. Laura, it felt very deep. A beautiful and much-needed journey. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Wonderful. Yeah, it's interesting, too, how the energies of the day, for lack of a better verb, collide. There you go. How these energies of the day collide with all of us in different ways. So thanks for sharing that. I love it. Ava, harmony and energy flow with your crystal. Thank you very much. Yeah, the crystals are really incredible. Jeremy's, he's pointing out, what is that? Is that a crystal bowl? You have a... Why have you not been in my life sooner, Ava? Where's this been? It's a singing bowl. Oh, I'm a crystal bowl? Yeah, the crystal bowls. I know. Jeremy's, I'm so confused. Oh, gosh. Ava, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, the bowls are amazing. I love it. They really do. They bring a beautiful harmony with themselves. I think today, too, you could really hear that come out because there was this the trine, which is this harmonious dance between these two planets, between Venus and between Saturn. So that's really beautiful too. So I'm sure that was really augmented as well. But I want to know where you got that emoji. Tell me, please, please. Y'all know I love emojis. Maybe I just need to update my phone or something. I don't know. Or maybe you're on a cooler, different device or something. But Christine, thank you for your love of the bowls and sharing your gift. Thank you so much for your kind words. Yeah, I find the bowls are a great way to move energy in different ways. I think we all can move energy. We all move energy in our own unique and special ways, and we connect to the movement of energy from different perspectives. This is just one way to do it. There are countless ways to do it. And we all use tools. So today we integrated a little bit more of a different energy medicine type of tools that we're putting into the toolbox, our little tool belt. I like belts better than boxes. We're putting these into our tool belt so we can whip them out whenever you need them. Gold Sun's always a good one. If you ever find that you're in a place of anxiety, just feeling a little offness, anything that's worked up, that's got you off of your center point, doesn't matter what it is, good, bad, whatever, bring in a Gold Sun. The Gold Sun will help neutralize and bring you back into a better alignment very, very quickly. And you don't need anything to do it. Just literally close your eyes, take a deep breath, give yourself a quiet moment just for a hot second, and you can do this in 5 minutes or less. You can literally do it in like 30 seconds. But think, imagine, or feel that golden sun. Sometimes it's too much to bring the golden sun into our space. Sometimes it's actually what we need. So you find your path and your way, just making sure that that gold is always clear. You can see straight through that gold. It's powerful. So, City, always so aligned, Charlene. I'm glad the sessions help all of us get aligned, right? Right before you guided us to release them, I felt, quote, what should I do with all these colors? Quote, and the divine guidance came through at the right time. Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Yeah, a lot of it too is that your body can only handle so much energy because it's meant to run a physical energy, as opposed to a lot of the things that we do, which is more of a spiritual energy, a grounding energy, a cosmic energy, all these different kinds of energies that we bring together. So whenever we go into a different place, some people say that they go into trance, some people will say that they just get lost, some people will fall asleep, all of the above. When we go into these different places, we have to find ways to come back into the physical body. So even me using my hands, I'm reminding myself of good ways to reintegrate. Actually, right now, here's what we're going to do. If you can, take both of your hands, bring them together, just like clasp them in front of you. This is a somatic exercise. And clasping them in front of you, just squeeze your hands. I'm going to squeeze mine for about 10 seconds here, and then I'm going to let them go and keep reading the comments. You keep squeezing them for 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. Feel until you're like, okay, I'm done squeezing, and then let it go, okay? What you're doing is that you're reprogramming your body, and you're almost creating an agreement, an integration between sides that you're going to bring in and use that energy in a way that serves you best, okay? So keep your hands together as long as it's good for you. You may be done. You may need to keep going. I love it. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. Is that Hekalisa? However you pronounce your name, forgive me for not knowing that. It's also very tiny print right now. And my eyesight's not the best. My physical eyesight's not the best. So forgive me for if I did not say your name correctly, but thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for honoring the time. I appreciate that. I hope you're well. Hi, Michi. Oh, it was my pleasure. Thank you kindly. And thank you so much for all the emojis. Yay! Yay! I love emojis. Mary, thank you for your donation. Mary, thank you so much. Ginger. Oh, autumn spice. Ginger. Yay! I love a good ginger. And I love you, my friend. Thank you for your kind donation. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Mary, it was wonderful as usual. Oh, good. Did part as a meditation. Perfect. And then needed to resume painting. Oh, good. Well, this is the day to do it. If you have any sort of artistic expression that wants to come through you, today is the day. The energy is so perfect for it. So I can't wait to hear more about your painting. You'll have to, I wish there was a way that you could share pictures with us. Send me a picture in direct message. I'd love to see it. That's awesome. Whenever you're done, when you're ready. No pressure. In your own time. Kate, thank you so much. Of course. You saw Harry Styles last night and had the song Golden going through my head and had ribbons of gold going through your body and anchoring into Gaia. Oh, wow. Thank you for giving you that. And girl, you gave yourself that visual. That's incredible. However you have to get there, that's a perfect way. And I love that. I love look how synchronous all of those expressions are. That's so beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, so cool. City, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, City. You're always such a beautiful presence in so many ways. I love how people today were engaging with your rich rising greeting too. I love that. That's so cool. Ginger, so beautiful. You feel peacefully whole. Good. That's it right there. That's it. Cat, beautiful. You feel peace. This helped you let go. Good. Yeah. Sometimes it can be tricky to let go of things that no longer serve because we still sometimes think that they do. Sometimes creating that space to allow. So I'm so glad you gave that to yourself. And thank you for sharing that, Cat. Ginger, you also feel energized. With emojis. Yes. Helen, you're very gifted, Charlene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts with these bowls with us. It's my pleasure. It's my honor. I love it. It brings me much happiness too. So, Helen, and thank you for the information about all the chakras that are, just the primary ones that most people talk about. Yeah. That's a deep dive that would take not just an hour. But we really kind of think there's 21. Like, to live kind of a normal life, most people will activate about 21 chakras. It's when we start activating the ones beyond that things start to happen. We start to experience life in different dimensions. And it's our choice. Sometimes we want to experience life in different dimensions. Other times we do not. It doesn't matter. It's your path. You get to choose. Choose your own adventure. What will you choose? And Helen, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm so glad you were here today. And I love your icon. Your emoji is so beautiful. The purple and the violet flame and the fuchsia. Yeah, let's get some good stuff. City. Oh, your awesome emotions. I love it. Yep, the gold sun, just welcoming it in. So perfect. Friends, I'm so glad to share time and space with you here today. You may need to take just a quick second, I sense, and before we even depart, just begin to ground yourself again. Just release everything that no longer serves. Just let it all go. I'm just going to keep talking. You just keep grounding. We're going to let go of everything that could be blocking your flow in any way. Good. Helen says it's a lotus with a frog in the center. That's amazing. Namaste to you, sister, as well. We'll be back this upcoming Monday at 9 a.m. So excited. We'll also be back then next week. We're here twice next week, Monday and Wednesday. I'll post the Wednesday information. I need to look at the sky and see what's going on, see what would be best to kind of connect with, energetically speaking. So we'll be back Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And then Wednesday will be noon Eastern Time. It's not on the schedule yet. I'll get that up later this afternoon. So know that you are held, you are loved, you are grounded, and you are safe. You make a difference in this world just by your being. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you. Sat Nam.